Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers masterpiece Skyfire, or as I like to call him, Jetfire. If you hear me calling him Jetfire during the review, that's why. And if you subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate that. As for the figure itself, here is his box. As you can see, picture of both modes on the front. The top says Transformers Masterpiece Skyfire, and there's some Japanese on the bottom. Pictures of him in jet mode on the other side and this side. And on the back we see some nice pictures of Skyfire along with a picture of him in an additional mode, the Gerwalk mode. Picture of him compared to the other Masterpiece Transformers. Here's a list of all the parts he comes with, including a display base, some miniature figures of Optimus, Wheeljack, and Jazz. Hope this means we get a Jazz figure as Masterpiece someday. Some additional faces. As you can see, there are some additional pictures of him using the blast effect parts on the thrusters and the gun. Well, that's for the packaging, so time to look at the figure. And here is Jetfire in his vehicle mode. I have him like this because that's the mode he comes packaged in, albeit with the wings bent. When I first opened him, the wings folded. I'll show you what I mean later. As you can see, the blast effect parts. And as I've said, they also go on the gun. So does the other one, goes on there too, but it doesn't look like there's room for both. Here he's on this display stand right here. There's a connection piece right here that connects the display base to the figure. As you can see, these two prongs go into these slots underneath. Also, you can just take the gun, get this handle down. You can get this part of the gun into this notch right here. Like so. And here are the minifigures he comes with. Articulations, these are pretty decent. I even bend these. They're kind of frail and the limbs fall apart easily. They're on these ball joints. Well, I'm surprised he doesn't have the big backpack like MP44 did, this Optimus. Here's Wheeljack. Jazz. Here he actually is. Fortunately, the leg fell off while I was getting it on camera. But sure you want it's the actual Jetfire figure you want to see. So once again, here it is. There's a compartment at the top. Just this part of the red compartment up. You can store the additional faces in here, the Decepticon symbol. You can even have like a blank piece instead of the Autobot symbol here. It's got a masked face, but it's already on his face in the figure. But you're supposed to be able to put it in the middle right here. I'll get this in there. And what's great is you can get the minifigures into compartments in the cockpit. It's up this way. There's another compartment in here. I'm trying to get it opened up here. Just lifts up. So it sort of snaps back in down here. Another compartment here, and there's another one on his leg on the other side. But that's it for me showing you his other parts. Now to transform him into his first mode, I actually want to comment the jet one more time. It's pretty on par with the other Jetfire toys in how cool it looks, which is pretty cool. So now transform him. First mode is the girl walk mode. So sort of untab these legs, and this hip skirt will sort of move forward. Also get the gun off here. You can just slide the legs down. But this slot where the tab goes in is what keeps it down. And then also unfold out the feet. You also pull the feet down some more. Do the same on the other side. Now he's in his girl walk mode. You can actually put this back on the vase, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to show you. He's got one more mode. That wasn't in the pictures. All right, now I've pushed the legs back up. Now it's important you keep the legs down a bit because you actually want some clearance for these arms. When you lift this piece up, you're able to bring this out. Now this piece that's supposed to form part of the chest moves down with it. You do the same on the other side. Now you may notice a bunch of slots and tabs here around the arms and here. Now you're supposed to push all these together, but first get this down, and also push out part of the chest. Get this tab into here. Hold on. Do the same on the other side. Extend that out. Kind of hard to do on camera, so actually you make sure that these slots go out with this piece, so make sure it's pulled out all the way, so it should definitely fit together. Once you get that done, it's still a bit tough, so, and again, collapse all these tabs here. And you want to push this tab into the slot here, like in pushing the piece in this direction. Same on the other side. Get that in. Then you just want to get the hands out, so right, open that compartment. You want to like rotate this 90 degrees. And then once you get the hand out, then you can get into like the proper position. Then you close that back up. Then you just get the legs back up, fold these. down, and then you just sort of have his jet with the arms out now. Now you can also put this back on the display base, but right now I think this is a perfect starting point to get him into his robot mode now. So what you want to do is, now that the arms aren't in here, you can actually fold these wings. I'm going to get it done now so I don't forget later, and now's a good time to do it. Again, extend the legs out like you did in girl walk mode. Okay, then get the legs back straight. Now, you don't have to keep these extended for the robot mode, but I'll do that later. I can always push those back up later. So next thing you gotta do is untap this part. Untap this part. Unfortunately, the tab broke the first time I was filming this, so be careful. I'm not sure how I could have avoided that, but if there was a way, I'd like to know. But anyways, you want to separate those pieces, and I think it might be easier if I just get this back down. Again, here's his face. Get this down. His masked face is on the helmet. It was in there. So, yeah, definitely get this down. Or push this piece in, this down, push it in, then get the nose part down. Okay, hold on. Gotta get this up first. Get the nose piece down. It's kind of tough right now, so actually want to make sure this piece is all the way down. Slide this back. It should almost definitely fit, yeah. Oh, this slipped off camera, so arms back to those parts of the chest, push those back together. Should also tell you to keep in mind this tab goes into this slot up here, so make sure that's all the way in. Now again, you want to make sure this part is extended, so you want this tab to go into this slot here. It's in perfect now. Again, have all the tabs in there collapsed. So push the thrusters in. I think that's appropriate for robot mode, so you may recall this compartment comes out. You want to push this backward. What that, this red compartment is supposed to just go over it. Supposed to push the red compartment together. So you might want to have this piece pulled backward. Found it was easier to push the two halves together once I got that out. So then what you do is push this down, make sure this piece goes into this hole here. And you just push Make sure that goes in. Actually, I think you up like this first, then push it in here, and yeah. So want to these wings in, then you have enough clearance to push them in. Close the wings, close, push this up, then has clearance to go in, and yeah. Once that's together, trying to make sure, push this part back in. Actually, it's easier to get it back in, the wings up, so. Or maybe, okay, now I remember. Make sure these red prongs go into this space between the red pieces, so. Yeah. Sure, this is together. And again, you don't need the feet extended all the way. Just need to have these heels flat with the foot. Put his mask face back on. Just sort of goes on in there. Sort of sticks on there with a magnet. Symbol back in. The wings up as high as I can. And here's Jetfire in his robot mode. This is pretty much on par with the Siege Commander class Jetfire we got 4 years ago. I think you get more bang for your buck with that one. This is because that costed just a fraction of the price of this Masterpiece. Hold on. Yeah, get those together. And personally, I prefer the way the Siege, the gun on the Siege one, just pegs in. This one tabs in, which is typical of most Masterpiece figures. But it's a pretty secure fit. You just got to get the fingers around the handle. And other things I wish they fix is get the wings. Wish they were bigger like the Siege figure we got, but that's just personal preference. Still, objectively, this is very cartoon accurate. And still a cool figure. Now, as for articulation, it's pretty good. Guess you could, yeah, shoulders out that much. Goes a full 360, sort of. Arms bend this much. No hip rotation. There's some thigh swivel. Can kick upward. Got a skirt. Go out. Knees bend that much. As for the legs, you can get it go out here. And here. Kind of don't like how they're either all the way out like this or they're straight. Wish there was some kind of in between, but can't do that because these are ratcheted. There you go. You can do the splits. Same thing with the foot. You can, again, if we extend it out, yeah, it's either flat or it's like bent all the way like that. Again, ratchet joint. Wish there was some kind of in between for those positions, but it's unfortunate. So yeah, it's fully articulated, even more so than a chug figure, since the elbows can bend, knees and elbows bend more than 90. Get it standing straight again. Well, that's it for my review. I like this figure about as much as the Commander Siege Jetfire from 4 years ago, and I like that figure a lot, but for your money, probably off better getting that Siege figure, because that Siege figure is just a fraction of the price of this masterpiece. And if you have the Siege figure already, you're not really missing out on all that much with this masterpiece. Nevertheless, it's an awesome figure, just like that Commander Jetfire was. That's it for my review. Bye.